Good Friday morning to you. This Velco Weather Hazards Outlook is valid the rest of today, Friday, through next Thursday, May the 5th. No utility impacts are anticipated through Thursday, though lowered confidence for much of next week. Great project weather will end eventually by Saturday night. This will introduce a period of damp, rainy, and raw weather, and even possible wet snow across our local higher terrain, mostly above about 2,000 feet. That'll push in for Sunday into the first half of Tuesday, Monday being the worst. Thereafter, some potential for good project weather will emerge by Wednesday, the middle of next week. And this is a 7-day run of infrared satellite pictures here showing Vermont and what's been going on. Some severe weather outbreaks with this upper low right here. A lot of severe weather. And then that translates east. The main takeaway here is this Canadian weather system kind of blocking a ridge of higher pressure south of Greenland. This is forcing a carve a trough of low pressure here, the negative version of the North Atlantic Oscillation. Also a negative version of the Arctic Oscillation further up to the north, feeding this colder, modified polar Arctic air into the region. This has been the case. It looks like we're going to finally warm this up a little bit as we head into the first half of this weekend. Well, a lot of thunderstorm activity again in the upper plains, rolling through parts of the usual areas from anywhere from western Kansas, southeast into Arkansas. A lot of thunderstorm activity this morning. That's a problem that we will not see. It looks like we will have no thunderstorm activity to worry about through Thursday. At least that's the latest anticipation based off the European and also the GFS model. However, we do have this a little bit of a shot of precipitation just to the south of us, normally not that far away as the crow flies, but we should still survive with the influence of an area of higher pressure across our region. This Canadian maritime low is helping to force and suppress this frontal boundary that basically lies across to the south of us, and we'll start to moderate the temperatures a little bit as we head into really the late part of Friday today, and especially during the afternoon on Saturday. So looking at the latest European model here, the 6-hourly panels shows a little bit of that precipitation sliding through the southern tier parts of New York. And this will be valid through Saturday morning. That moves on out of the region. Dry air continues across our neck of the woods here in northern New England and into Vermont. However, as we get into Sunday, we start to see the makings of a push of some precipitation in the form of rain showers, and there could even be some high elevation snowfall as we get into basically Sunday night and through the day on Monday and possibly into Monday night. It should not affect valley floors as it looks right now, and precipitation in general looks to be relatively light as that system begins to fall apart just a little bit. You can see that's valid about 1 o'clock on Monday, and then it begins to push off to the east, but you notice these colder thicknesses also on the back side of this system with improving conditions as we get into basically Tuesday afternoon. And then thereafter, it looks like I have a little bit of a break in the action. And keep your eyes on that frontal system off to the north and west of Vermont. We're kind of getting the squeeze play with an upper level trough and kind of a digging trough. These two shots of precipitation off to the south of us, where there'll be showers and thunderstorms over the southeast United States, and then up to the north of us, where there could even be some wet snow activity and rain showers kind of mixed in. These two will try to combine and develop for the late part of next week, and then never really get going too well, but we are looking at maybe some improving conditions as we get in toward the next weekend. From the Weather Prediction Center, the 7-day total precipitations using the GFS and the European model shows we're up about 1 inch total for the next 7 days. Less off to the north, this suppressed sort of area of precipitation that's been plaguing parts of the plains all the way to the eastern seaboard is starting to creep up just a little further to the north, and hence that's what's going on to bring us a little bit of rain as we get into that period, basically Sunday night and into Tuesday morning. Temperature-wise, these are maximum next 5-day high temperatures. We're going to be running about 6 to 9 degrees below normal, and conditions continue that way, weighted colder than normal. But 3 days later, from the Weather Prediction Center, we're looking at max temperatures finally getting closer to neutral, balanced out here. So a little bit of a warming trend, something to look forward to. It's been slow coming. And here it is almost May, and we're still talking about snowfall. This is the over the last 7 days, you can see the total snowfalls of about 5 inches around Waitsfield Warren, 4 inches around Corinth. These are some of the cooperative weather observers, about 3 inches in Worcester, 3 inches up around Walden, and so forth. Looking at total snow on the ground, as of yesterday, Thursday morning, we had 22 inches at the stake, 1 inch being reported in Walden. And this is the GFS ensemble, which also incorporates the Canadian model. Kind of an unsettled weather period here. Great project weather up through basically Saturday night, but thereafter you can see some hints of precipitation. The model's having a little bit of a tough time. The European basically gives us about a period anywhere from really Sunday morning into about Tuesday morning, and then dries out much of this period here. And I think that's probably a little bit more accurate than what I'm seeing from the GFS model. And staying with the GFS ensemble here, you can see temperatures are going to make a bit of a rise over the next, really today and tomorrow, Saturday, and then a little bit of a dip down here at 850 millibars, roughly the top of Mount Mansfield, 4,300, almost 4,400 feet aloft. You can see the temperature is kind of going back and forth just a little bit. Anything below that means probably wet snowflakes in some of the higher elevations, and hence that's what we're talking about here. It's really this period. And then you're seeing temperatures aloft warm, finally changing everything back to all rain. This is looking at the MODIS of the day satellite picture of the polar orbiters, and you get a nice, clean, clear view of true color. And you can see this is a swath of snow that happened earlier in the week. That's it from here, Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.